Now, dozens of these rare Hazel Dormice are being reintroduced in woodland in Derbyshire in an attempt to boost their numbers. The famously sleepy rodents are extinct in many parts of the country because of issues including habitat loss and climate change. But now a project involving the wildlife charity People's Trust for Endangered Species and the National Trust is aiming to combat their decline, as Phil Mackey reports.
We've got pair number one.
A precious cargo has just arrived from London. Each of these nest boxes contains 2 or 3 Hazel Dormice. These volunteers at Calke Abbey are taking them to their new woodland home.
There we are. Right. You want to go back in the box, aren't you?
Ian White has a special Dormouse handling licence.
So, welcome to your new home. Welcome to Derbyshire.
So this is Twiglet, who's the first of the Dormice, who's going to see his new home. He's got a partner, that's Flora. She's still in a box around the corner. She's a little bit shy. But hopefully, by the end of the day, all of these new Dormice will be reintroduced, initially in cages, and ultimately it's hoped they will roam free. All around the wood, they're getting the cages ready for the nest boxes. They'll stay here for 10 days, gradually getting more time to come out and enjoy the neighbourhood.
Behind me we've got a soft release cage and we've got some volunteers just putting some vegetation in so the Dormice, when they go into the cage, have got something to climb about and move around in the cage.
Is everything going to work out fine?
You can never 100% guarantee it, but we think we've got a pretty good idea of what we're doing and how to make it work.
This is how the new Dormouse colony in Derbyshire will look. It's footage from their nearest neighbours over in Nottinghamshire. Dormice are nocturnal and hibernate, which is where they get their reputation for sleepiness.
And there's been a lot of work gone on in this area of the Midlands in particular because of the National Forest and the growth of that, and the 30 years that that's been going has meant that there's this huge corridor of green space that the Dormouse can move into.
You can cut the branches and make a nice kind of feature.
John's team of volunteers will be keeping tabs on the animals now they're here. They'll be doing everything from making their cages homely to carefully measuring out their meals.
And hopefully they will live happily ever after.
Twiglet looked a bit startled, didn't he? Really, he'd have preferred to have been curled up asleep as it was the middle of the day. This is one of over 1,000 Dormice which have been successfully reintroduced in England and Wales. And that whistling noise? That's the sound of a Dormouse snoring. Phil Mackey, BBC News, Derbyshire.
Well, now to